It is my honor and privilege on behalf of the planning committee who have worked very hard to put this together to welcome you all to the 5th NECA Employers Summit. Thank you. We are here to co-create solutions that help the government fine-tune implementation, help the industry bridge the critical gaps, and lower the cost of doing business in Nigeria. True national growth is not achieved when reforms are merely gazetted. They are achieved when enterprises remain competitive, when jobs are created, and when prosperity becomes genuinely inclusive. And that is part of our theme this year, inclusive development. So let's engage candidly, let's debate constructively, let's challenge the status quo, and let's collaborate intensely so that the organized private sector remains fully committed to building a productive, resilient, and prosperous Nigeria.
This guide is both timely and strategic, as environmental, social, and governance considerations increasingly influence investment decisions and access to finance, market opportunities must be adequately prepared to respond. The guide offers a practical framework to support MSMEs in integrating sustainability into our business operations while strengthening resilience, improving productivity, and enhancing long-term business performance.
The theme and objectives of this summit align with our shared aspiration for a prosperous, secure, and productive Nigeria. As we all know, sustainable development depends on peace, security, and stability. The Nigerian Police Force remains committed to maintaining this environment through proactive policing, strategic partnerships, intelligence-led operations, and sustained engagement with communities and stakeholders, including employers and business leaders.
As we pursue economic reforms, we must remain deliberate in ensuring that growth is inclusive and that no segment of our workforce are left behind. This is why the Employers' Compensation Scheme continues to serve as an important pillar of social protection, providing support for workers while giving employers the confidence to operate within a fair and predictable framework.
And over the 5 years, we have on record that the summit has come up with policy recommendations, not atrocious policy recommendations, but policy recommendations that successive governments have found very, very useful, from the first edition in Transcorp Hotel up to the 5th edition in Abuja Continental. The summit has shaped conversations, has built the confidence with stakeholders.
Nigeria is not without challenges. We know and feel them daily, but Nigeria is not without direction. We ask all stakeholders to stay the course so the sacrifices already made yield the dividends we desire. The Renewed Hope Agenda is a call to rebuild our economy, to move from fragility to resilience, and from consumption to production, and to build a Nigeria where enterprise thrives, workers prosper, investors trust, and growth includes the many, not the few.
Get to a point where we have per capita income growth of at least 5%. That's real GDP growth of around 7% because our population growth is a little over 2%. I think it's important for us to recognize that this journey requires the sacrifices that we have made. And for us to really be able to benefit from the investment we have made as the Nigerian people, we must stay focused and we must consolidate the reforms.
Assuming President Tinubu calls you tomorrow with other stakeholders, what are the 3 things that you will tell him face to face that is limiting industrial capacity that he should do amongst all that we know? What are the 3 things you will tell him to address?
First, I will want him to completely remove this idea of the 2025 tax laws
taking a retroactive effect. That is a no-no for the private sector. And that NRS should be made to compulsorily abide by the circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Finance. I mean, that would be my first thing. The second one will be to ensure that we do not have regulatory tyranny any longer. You see, if the only instrument you have is a hammer, every object will look like a nail to you. The third one will be that there is no way manufacturers, for instance, can continue to borrow at 30 to 35% and make profit and scale and innovate and compete and export, except you are manufacturing cocaine or something else. Otherwise, there's no way that's going to be possible. And we are competing with people that are producing in low-cost environments that are importing to this country. And if the CBN has set its rate at 26 to 27%, there's absolutely no way any commercial bank will fund production.
I still maintain with 240 million people, there is a huge market. Plus, when we look at the sub-region, there is more that we can achieve.
Which state governments are you partnering with? Because we have a whole lot of technical, vocational institutions. So which state governments or which actions are you taking to help set up R&D centers working with technical schools so that we can have our own indigenous seeds and we can create the opportunities ourselves? It is not just saying it, we need to be able to create that process.
Most of us who are large corporates in this country have a system of integrating as well as onboarding local indigenous processors. Because yes, when it comes to value addition, for instance, if I need, say, sesame that we will now add value, somebody has to buy it, clean it to 99% purity and bring it to me. The same thing with maybe even soya. These are indigenous people who are doing it.
What are the policies and reforms that are being set that will actually attract investors to come?
And I think it cuts across quite a number of concepts. Value addition, backward integration, and also try to create an ecosystem that makes us less dependent on importation of raw materials. But I think one critical thing I would say is that there is a bill now, I think I don't know whether it's yet to get to, Mr. President, for 30% value addition, which is being promoted by Raw Material Research and Development Council. There is quite a lot of opposition even to that. And I think there is need for us to be intentional about insisting that we should add value to our product.
On the count of DG, since you are popularly known as DG, you cut your cake. So everybody say D. D. Oh yeah, cut your cake. Thank you very much. Please, can we have the representatives of the private sector? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.